This was the studio. Ah. Young master. Oh, well, look at that. The people of Nissan were most generous to allow us to rent this house, so there will be no need to seek lodgings at the inn for a while. Also, Master Sigurd wishes a word with you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where is Sig? Good Master is waiting for you inside. Okay, thanks, Mason. Whenever I come here, it always calms my heart. Anyway, young master, I want to work out what our plans from here on are. Alright. But before we do that, there is something I want to ask you. Me? Yeah. Ask him for the truth. Do it. Sig, what's up with you and that Gebler officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gebler for some reason. Tell it to him straight. Alright, I'll tell you. Here we go. He's going to say he's a Gebler officer himself. Or once was. Me and Satan here, we used to live in Solaris. Solaris? You mean where Gebler's from? That's right. Solaris calls foreigners lambs. They are used as manual labor. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? That where you met him? Yes, it was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while, but we learned to dislike their methods and escaped the first chance we had. You were friends with these people? I met you when I was a kid, and we've been together ever since. So this would have had to have happened even before then. I probably wouldn't have understood this if I had heard it earlier, but why didn't you think I could deal with it? Or why didn't you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have told me about this, especially when you had something to do with the people who are backing that Shakan idiot. I wish you'd told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solaris on our own will and for our own reasons. Now they've appeared before us. We can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. All right, I understand. But can you elaborate a little more? Yes, please. Give me all the backstory. Oh. Give me all the backstory. All right. Where is Solaris? What bugs me is this surface dwellers thing. It's as if Solaris is in another location, like up in the clouds or something. Yes, well... Oh, here we go! Etrinak, the capital of the Solaris Empire, is located in the skies above. Solaris is separated from the land by dimensional distortion fields known as gates. Passing between the two requires special means of transportation, such as an airship. To get to Ave, we stowed away in a regular flight to the surface. I came much later than Sigurd did, but I also escaped in the same way. Okay. What are lambs? That is the word Solarians use to indicate those who live on the earth. As I said before, such surface dwellers or earth dwellers are used for manual labor there. Manual labor could be anything from soldiers to administrative jobs. Solaris gathers its workforce from the land dwellers. Jobs are divided up by who is most suitable. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? When you, young master, were still an infant, I was used as a test subject. There was probably something they valued inside of me. You too, Doc? No. I was born in the lower city levels. It is not a complete secret. But I guess I am a Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without people. Pure Solarians are rare. They would not even make up a quarter of Ave's total population. So they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. Interesting. Who is that man? His name is Kar. Karan. Why do you call him Kar if his name is Karan? Alright, Karan Ramses. As you know, he's the Gebler commander. Ramses. We call him Kar. In Solaris, there is an officer training school called Jugend. He became the commander after leaving there. He is a lower level citizen the same as me. However, with his amazing abilities, after graduating he rose through the ranks with unparalleled speed. That man had one ideal, to achieve a consolidation of all his colleagues. Even land dwellers, if they had talent, were brought into the army. So you two were picked by Ramses. No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At the time, Ramses was our hope. We had high ideals and wanted to change the system in Solaris. To us test subjects and lower-level citizens, he was truly all that we wished for. A benefactor, yes. Even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals. Well, you stopped a little too soon right there. You need to give me like a couple more paragraphs of what's going on. But why was it that you wanted to flee from Solaris? We were placed in key military positions by Ramses. And thanks to that, we came to know the relationship between Solaris and the surface dwellers. The lambs, right? They weren't just using us lambs for slave labor. They also selected some of us, like me, to be used as subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that change people's personalities, make them more aggressive, and to draw out their latent abilities. They were using us as human guinea pigs to test their psychological alteration drugs. Human guinea pigs? Experimenting on humans? Yes, for example, Thrive. That drug and all others like it that are used now are byproducts of human experimentation. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. This Drive drug is something that anyone in the Solaris army can use. At least anyone in the Gebler forces who is sent to the surface. You're worried about her, huh? Saw some in her room. No. Anyway, using slaves as guinea pigs. How low are these guys? Darn. I understand. I think I get most of it. Old Mason, go reserve the town hall for us. We'll finish talking there. Going outside to get some air. Plenty of air in here, man. Tan, why did you never tell me? I should have been honest with him sooner. It is best not to worry about it. You did all you could at the time. The young one will understand. I'm sure the young master would never have dreamed of such a tale. I guess you already knew? Well, now that you ask, yes, I did. However, when Sigurd was telling his story, I thought it was best to stay quiet. Please try and help the young master come to terms with all that he has just heard. Okay. So, Solaris. Craziness going on there. Huh. I found you relatively quickly. Over here. Oh my gosh, I can jump. Can I go on this top path? Yeah. This is really interesting that I could actually go just like all the way around. Solaris is like a super interesting kind of place. I wish they would have told us more about them. I had no idea Sig had such a past. Are you still suspicious of Sigurd? Well, I mean, it was just so sudden. Kind of expected to hear something different. Like that we were childhood rivals or something. That's nothing compared to the story he just told us, is it? So hearing a story has you confused because it was not so simple. There was a time when he was cooperating with one of Gebler's generals. Furthermore, behind Gebler was a country that you had never even heard of. Hey, what are you picking on me for? No, I'm not picking on you or blaming anything on you. What I am saying is this. If you think about how he feels, then you should see why he could not talk about it with you till now. Looking at the activities of Solaris toward other countries up until now, it has never gone beyond simply maintaining their own empire or self-preservation. And as you have seen, military power is immense, so Sigurd was probably thinking ahead. First, he was probably concentrating on taking care of the problems here on the continent of Ignis. Once things were settled here, it would give him a stronger foundation to deal with Solaris later, which is a much better plan than rushing straight into a war he knew he could not win. Quite logical, really. Sounds like you understand one another pretty well. Well, it is not like we are newly acquainted, is it? And we had talked about a lot of things up until we decided to escape from Solaris. Speaking of that, why did you leave? That Ramses guy was supposed to be a star of hope or something, wasn't he? Yes, I certainly thought so at first. But then I realized his way of thinking really was not that much of a change from the previous system. Basically, the only difference was whether they stressed people's ranks and class or their skill. The words had changed, but it was still no different from what Solaris itself had been doing until then. He had no intention no intentions of bringing everyone a better way of life. In other words, he's an elitist. I don't think I like him much either. So, Satan, do you think I can beat Gebler? Why? Are you planning on fighting them? As long as they're working with Shakan, there's no way around it. The way things are going, I'm sure we'll have to fight them sooner or later. I suppose so, but even if we were to defeat the Gebler forces here, there is still Solaris to deal with. If we are not careful, it is possible that we may get involved in a longer war than that with Shakan. Do you not agree that continuing the way we have been going is rather hard on everyone? I think it is time we try and get some help from a greater number of people. So defeating Shakan's... Why is there an apostrophe there? Not going to get rid of the likes of Gebler. I know what you're saying, or trying to say. To vanquish Gebler, first gain thy throne. You could put it that way. What do you mean you could put it that way? Then again, maybe it is time I did something about that. Okay, so now I gotta go find the town hall. This looks town hall-y. I went to the tool shop to borrow a table. The owner said, if we need anything for the young master, just ask for it. Grateful. When I was a kid, I borrowed stuff from there and got in big trouble. Borrowed? What did you take? Toy boat. I think that's what it was. I put fireworks in it and let it float in the cathedral's lake. I always used to play Navy. Not sure, but I think I pretended the lake was the open sea, and I was the fleet commander. Anyway, forget those old stories. We should get started. First, Gebler is the big problem. Yes, Ramses is headed towards achieving his goals. That he is now the commander of Gebler is proof of that. A normal man could not progress so quickly through that country's organization. Now he is presently located here in Ignis. Frankly, the situation is not very favorable. We need to somehow find a weak spot and attack it with all our might. First, let's just concentrate on Shakan. Once he's out of the way and Ave is safe again, we can think about how to deal with Gebler. With our present strength, we should be able to hold off the Royal Guard forces. The problem is how to deal with Gebler in the meantime. They will most likely move at Shakan's request. They're not just going to sit by and watch quietly. May I have a look there, please? In short, we want Gebler to leave for a while. At least until we are able to take back the royal capital, Vladivik. Look at this! These are the Gebler units currently in Ave, correct? The Western Guards. The Royal Capital Defense Force. And units along the front lines at the border with Kislev. There are three main groups. Each is made up of a mix of Gebler and Ave forces. Only two of these are very large. Royal Capital's defense units and the Kislev border unit. The Western Guard along Nissan's border are little more than a surveillance team. In order to recapture the royal capital, it will be necessary to draw these defense units away from Bledavik. We have some Kislev-made gears, correct? Yeah, we captured some earlier. What if we use those gears to make a raid on the Western Guards, here at the border with Nisan? I see. We'll draw them out by making it look like Kislev is invading Ave. But the problem is, will attacking the border guards be enough to set the center in motion? To be sure then, Nisan will just have to appear to align with Kislev. If they see it that way, they'll certainly make a move. You're saying that you intend to use Nisan as bait? Doc? Khan is very sensitive to Nisan's and Kislev's actions. Nisan starts moving, he will probably leave it up to Gebler, but of course I do not wish to do that from the beginning. But looking at the situation, we have to be willing to go that far. First, we infiltrate into the capital. Take out Shakan, we'll have to meet up with our agents already in the city. We are forgetting one thing, the frontline units along Kislev's border. Main strength of Ave's fleet is the battleship Kefenzel? Kefenzel? It's been in service since the reign of the last king. Because of its firepower, the whole unit is nicknamed the Invincible Fleet. I recall yesterday's intelligence report said that the ship is near the border. Darn. That puts everything in jeopardy. Do not feel so down. I simply wanted you to see the current distribution of force in the area. Even in the worst case that they do come, it will not be such a great problem. What do you mean? I have some additional information about Ave's border fleet. The former Ave Supreme Commander was transferred there. Not really transferred, more like demoted. His name is Vanderkam. Vanderkam. You don't mean the Vanderkam that was in Jugend. The very same. Young one? Why do they keep calling him Young? He has not been able to adapt to the change in tactics, particularly following the introduction of gears. He is a man who will never stray from his dependence on large naval guns. You mean he's stubborn? He is all size and no real military power, an excellent target for pirates. Young master, this is not going to be an act of piracy. Just kidding. Actually, the number of gears assigned to the fleet seems to have been reduced. Even with that, how gallant of him to be so self-righteous. Is he that much of a musclehead? It'll be fun taunting him. Young master. I know. Anyway, Satan, do you think he can strike our gear forces? It is not a problem. Even with Vanderkam, we have enough forces left to pull off the feint. However, it would not be wise to underestimate our opponents. And like every time they go to this, I want to like take a drink, but they don't go to it very often, so I just kind of like sit here. Well, now that we know what we're up against, here's what we'll do. Apart from Our main unit heading for Bledovik. We must keep the fleet at the Kislev border from returning to the capital. So you're suggesting we have another unit. A few effective soldiers to hold the enemy at bay. A small force is best. Small force? What if Faye leads a group of gears there? Me? Yeah, me? I want to go fight Shakan. Hold on now. There's no reason to involve you in all this. I'll do it. Yes, let me do it. When do we leave? Alright, man, you're getting a little anxious there. Calm down. Are you sure? We've come this far. Hey, we're friends to the end now. Yeah, but I didn't forget that you tried to kill me. Speed is everything. We should do this as soon as possible. Alright, tomorrow. I am truly grateful, Faye Satan. Yeah! There's no way we can lose. No one will die in vain. Well put, young master. So every time they talk about Sister Agnes, I think back to Bravely Default, because I think one of the main characters in that game is named Agnes, and she's like a cleric, or she starts off as a cleric. And I think her title is Sister. Good morning. What's with the long face? Not feeling well? Or are you feeling sad about saying goodbye? Or maybe you're just nervous. Shut up, stupid. Don't bug me. Well, it's almost time. Yeah. Is everyone ready to go? I'll be waiting here, so let me know when you are through preparing. Alright, well, I need a save. I'm not doing this crazy plan without saving first. There is a new wind blowing today. What's that supposed to mean? No save point anymore. Definitely need to save. 100% necessary. Turn it this way. Let's see if we can save on this map. Cannot. Life is hard. Like, can you just let me go out that way? Please? I don't think there was a save point in the cathedral. I don't get why you can't save in towns. Never made much sense to me. That's the front. Need to go out the other side. Secret dock? There actually might be a save point right here. Is not. Everything is ready. Okay, can't even go into the ship. Well, you said I need 38K. $38K. Is it for like... I guess I didn't check any of the shops in town. Probably check shops in town. I also want to check a random encounter, see how much money I get. Okay. Free experience, 0 gold. It's like I've got my work cut out for me. I'm getting a random encounter in the forest. Maybe it'll change the scenery. Oh, it did. Like the dodge in there. These elves look like they've had a rough life. Yeah? All pale and whatnot. I didn't go to sleep until like 12 o'clock last night. It was great. Can you stop missing? Oh, I didn't see how much money I got 0 money. Okay. Well, I am not getting 38K. No, I am not. Did I save? I don't think I saved. I think I did save, actually, but I'm going to save again. What time are we at? 2 hours, 45 minutes. Hold on a second. I don't have any new gear stuff. Beam coat. Okay. Let us fight the enemy. Okay, so I gotta find Town Hall again. Looks Town Hall-y. Oh, but everybody's gone. Because they're not in the Town Hall, they're in the house. House over here. Wrong house. Oh, well, there's my save point. Like this town is not lonely. I'm stubborn. I won't close up shop. What accessories do you got? Power ring. Double support effect times. Sounds pretty good. Oh. Uses 2 times EP to do 2 times the effect. So that's what he wants me to get. I thought it was like double experience at first. I was like, hey. So I guess giving that to... I mean, well, actually, giving that to Faye or giving that to Bart would be pretty great. What does the Life Stone do? Doubles amount of HP restore. That seems okay. Yeah, this. This does seem pretty good. And if you combine it with this holy pendant too, things could get pretty nice. For Faye specifically. I don't know if Satan has any special stuff, but there's no way I'm getting 38k right now. None of the enemies outside give money. Fortunately. Which is kind of sad because a lot of the enemies in the other area gave money. Now, I was gonna save, but I was like, I just saved. Would like to buy some new weapons, though. Should try and find the weapon shop. That's the studio. This is something. Whatever happens, I'll never move from here. Is that all you got to say? Okay. You know, he had like a little sign on the outside, so I thought, you know, that was the shop that I was looking for. Having some problems there, lady? It was finally begun. My late father always said, don't miss the greater happiness by being misled by minor sufferings. It hurts to see our children placed in danger, but if it moves our country in the right direction, then it's their benefit. Find correct house here. Guess we'll start with this one. I don't believe it's this one, but we'll start with this one. Finding you with the vacant house. What's that there? Huh? That? So glad you like it. Please take it. Oh. I can't find the vacant house. I don't remember where it's at. Oh, found it. I'm ready, Freddy. Let's do this. Even though I didn't upgrade my weapons. Our comrades in the sign will hit the Western Guard in Kislev uniforms as planned. We'll wait for the right moment, then head for the palace in the Yggdrasil. Got it. But avoid any unnecessary deaths. This especially goes for the Ave troops and also the people from Gebler. Really? Yes, we understand. I guess I'm going to raise the stuff in my Weltall then. We're counting on you. Next time we meet, I won't be able to call you Bart or Young Master. Maybe Your Majesty. Cut it out. Bart's fine. Great Mother of Nisan. Hey, you know I hate that title. Well, we're out of here. Okay, good luck. Here we go. Grab some more chips. Marguerite and Bartholomew. Seeing you two brings my hopes up. I had already pressed X. Oh wait, no, I pressed circle. Long ago, before the Fatimas of Ave were called Fatima, the royal brothers and their wives oversaw many prosperous reigns or eras. Looking forward to the day when the great mother of Nisan sect, you will take your place on the throne as Bartholomew's wife. What? Hey, hold on. I hate talking about queens and romance. Bart and I are best friends. Marriage is the best friendship. Well, Marguerite, at the rate that you are maturing into a beautiful woman, I don't think Bart will be able to ignore you much longer. Stop it. You're embarrassing me. Each squad of gears take off in order from here to avoid being picked up. We'll meet at the Rockies by the border tomorrow at 1200. Got it? Okay. The time has finally come. Though the warship is outdated, you're only going in as a small unit. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough fight, but you could change Ave's future. Counting on you. I don't think this is going to go as planned. There's going to be a problem. Leave it up to us, young master. We'll drag Bondercom's tail around and around. Right, son? Don't call me son. Because you sure ain't my pops. Oh my gosh. Well, young master, we promise to make something out of this battle. I feel like Gebler is gonna see this coming. Hey, it's odd for me to say this since I'm the one who's got you involved. But be careful, okay? You too. If anything happens to me, take care of Margie and them for me. Don't jinx yourself. Not like you. But I'll take care of them, don't worry. That's cute. Marriage is the best friendship. I thought that was a little suspect myself. Okay, okay, here we go. Haven't got an anime sequence in a while. Just when I started praising the game for having anime sequences. They're like, nah, we good. Oh, aren't you going to rest up a little? Oh. I will use this opportunity to save. Might be able to use that. At long last, we are heading to Bloodovik tomorrow. Though he is the prince, our young master doesn't know the royal capital very well. I always felt that it was an awful pity, but despite that, I tried my best to raise him as crown prince. However, looking back, might have put too much of the burdens of kingship on him too early in life. And it might have been too much for a child to hold a future like his and to handle. I must be the most terrible minder ever. My dear Lord Mason, I hardly think that is right. The young one would have taken the burden off himself had he not wanted to bear it any longer. He is a fine man now, far capable of handling any such burdens or pressures, and I believe you are the very ones who have given him the strength to do so. Oh, my good Dr. Azuki. How may I be of service? You know, I'll buy some items. Okay, we got new and improved one here. Can buy a couple of those. Don't really care about EP right now. Okay, so you can actually purchase a lot of stuff. Because soul. Yeah, I still feel like something is off here. I don't know, maybe you can't use these in battle or something. So what is the doctor supposed to do? Where is he supposed to go? Who is he supposed to talk to? My name is Bingo, the apprentice helmsman. Sigurd has been teaching me how to operate the Yggdrasil. You want to see my notes? Sure. The Yggdrasil can be operated just as if you are walking. Just use the directional button to move in the direction you want. While cruising, if you want to stop and disembark in your gear, then just press circle. To stop and come back up to the bridge, that is here, press square. Bridge, you can go into the rest of the vessel to rest, tune up the gear, weigh yourself, and so on. While cruising, press the select button to activate the remote sensing system. It will map your current position. When you don't know how to get from where you want to go, ask the navigation officer, Mr. Ali, who's looking at the binoculars there. He will be able to show you the ship's charts. Can't wait until I become a fully fledged helmsman. Yeah. Okay. Okay. They actually are letting me up here. Why such a glum face? Tomorrow's our first return to your castle in 12 years. We were actually there a couple of days ago. I don't know if you knew, but I rescued Marguerite and did it all by myself. Returning to the castle. After we get the royal palace back, I guess I'm going to be the king. I'm not very suited for it, am I? You'll get used to it. This is totally 110% not going to go the way they want it to. Listen, Sig. Yes? I guess it really doesn't matter who the king is, does it? As long as it's a symbol of hope, right? Doesn't have to be me. I was kidnapped by Solaris and brainwashed for use as a human guinea pig. But even they couldn't erase my desires to return home. Then I remembered you and Marguerite, not as the royalty of our country, but as just normal children. I don't care about rebuilding a dynasty. I want to regain this kingdom because it belongs to you, because it's your home. Because it's my home? Yes. For that, we must take Shakan down tomorrow. Am I correct? Right. Let's do it. But first, I think you need to take a bath. A bath? You don't look like a king at all. You are facing the enemy's leader, so you must have a noble appearance. Hey, you just said it didn't matter whether I'm king or not. That is that. This is this. That someone was waiting for you. That one thought was all it took for you to regain yourself. Man, like, I thought he was talking about like one as in a person and just destroyed everything. You are a great man, Sigurd. One of the great one. The most electrifying man in pirate and entertainment. Really, they're sleeping together. That was unexpected. Whoever that is, I think that person's like sealed within Faye. That's my guess. Or I guess it could be Faye's father, but no, I don't want to roll with that. Not yet. He's out of control. Stop him. I don't care how. Just stop him. This can't be. What's wrong? You look like you just had a nightmare. It wasn't the same dream again, was it? No, it was nothing. Car? Nobody calls him Karan. Or Karin, or whatever his name is. Like, oh man, my keeping is not very becoming, you know. Saw the boy that you are after fight in the tournament. I could tell right away he resembled you greatly. Oh, there he is. I didn't even see him. You used the influence of the ministry to set you up with that man. I don't know what you are up to, but don't you dare think about plotting against me. You stay out of this. Oh, I see the news has already reached you. As usual, you are the first to hear about everything. But don't worry, I won't steal your prized possession. I'll cooperate. Besides, you and I go back a long way. Shenanigans are afoot. Oh? What's up? No, for a moment I thought I caught some unnatural sounds. We're near the capital. It's probably just some kind of ship from there. But it's not from the surface. It's from under the sand. Under the sand? This is the only sand cruiser in all of Ave. We haven't heard anything about a new ship, even from the spies at Ave Naval HQ. Franz, can you try again and confirm what it is? I can't catch it again. It could have been a sand whale. Young Master, I'm detecting an increase in the use of F-band. That's the Royal Capital's Defense Force's frequency. There, on the surface layer, I'm detecting sounds of anchors being weighed in and engines being activated. The Royal Capital's defense fleet must be departing. We also intercepted a transmission from the border from the patrol at the border with Kislev. They're requesting immediate backup from the Royal Capital. Looks like we've really raised some stuff at the border. I don't know what to replace that word with. All right, we'll start. Ready the shuttle boats. When we land, hide the ship. Young Master, I have an awfully bad feeling about this. Do be very careful. It's all right, old Mason. You have a really bad feeling about it. I got a really bad feeling about this. Like I said, it's not going to go the way they want it to. What? This little girl's our commanding officer? She's said to be an elite from out of Jugend. She returned single-handedly from the Kislev infiltration operation. And empty-handedly, I hear. No souvenirs for the commander, huh? Yep. What a pretty face. She's not the soldier type. You there. Is that how you address a superior officer? Remember your rank. Oh, scary. We don't care much for rank. And we don't care much for rank, either. But just because you're beautiful doesn't mean you have to be cocky. Jerks just jealous. What? I'm much prettier. How could I be jealous? Hey, shut that perv up. He gives me the creeps. And that's how it is. So don't get in our way, Miss Lieutenant. Anyway, let's just get this thing moving. Can't tell what it can do just by looking at it. What kind of machine is this? I've never seen it before. It's a new model gear called Bearge. That's for officers' use only. It's said that people with normal mental power can operate it. So she's still a Jugend regardless of having no ability? This looks like fun. Let's see what she can do. She gonna bring the ruckus. That's what she gonna do.